Hello Sagittarius and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your mid-December reading and your theme is the Eight of Swords. So definitely some limiting self-beliefs. This is feeling that you are trapped when really all you have to do is take the blindfold off, okay? So let's see what the rest of what the cards have in store for you. And do you like my Christmas tree? It's almost done. I'm just waiting for some baubles. Anyways, I hope you like it. All right, so what does Sagittarius need to know for mid-December? Okay. Interesting. Wow. Oh my gosh. All right. Something is definitely coming to an end. Something that I feel like, okay, let me just, so this is something that you had a lot of hope for. You had big wishes for because in the past, in the background, the energy leading into the present moment, we've got the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card, and it's moving into something in particular where you had a lot of hope and you had a lot of inspiration, you had a deep desire, something that you wanted to accomplish or achieve, and you were quite optimistic about it. You are actually coming up as the Page of Pentacles. So this could be, this could represent a few things. This could, one, represent you educating yourself to upgrade your skills in your work, or just some sort of skill, maybe to help you with work and making money in the future. This can also be educating yourself about your physical body as well. Pentacles are the physical, and just kind of really, but also kind of enjoying this learning. But I feel there's something that you're blinding yourself to something, because yes, you may have had this inspired idea, okay, but the energy in between you and this inspired Ace of Wands idea is the Tower. And because this is a trump card, this energy cannot just disappear like some of the minor arcana ones. Like, yes, this energy is changeable, but I feel like you're blinding yourself to the fact that yes, you had an inspired idea, but it's completely not going the way that you think. And I feel that you might just be in complete denial about that. The outcome, right? I feel this inspired idea, but also it could be someone who sent you a message as well. It also could have been a message about a potential creative opportunity, something like that. And for some of you, it can be of a sexual opportunity, because fire, wands are fire, which is creativity, which includes sexual energy. So I feel like this ultimately, at least in the short term, right? I'm just looking at the short term. I'm not looking at the long term, but the outcome is the Five of Wands. Now, fives are small hiccups, right? So it still is possible to salvage something of this. But for the near future, it's just not going to happen. And to be honest, I feel like with you, it might not be salvageable. If this is to do with another person, for them it might be, in a way. But your outcome is being aspected by the Death card, again, another trump card, and it does not mean a physical death, okay? It's just the end of a particular cycle, right? So it's not just the Tower card, that a revelation about maybe a piece of information. Ooh, for some of you, this could be, if it's to do with work, or it could be about waiting for particular results about the test from your physical body. It could be a piece of information completely woke you up from whatever else it was that you were focusing on, or something, a piece of information or a message about your work. Just your awareness was just completely, like, utterly blown up in a sense that you couldn't even ignore it, right? And I think it is going to cause a bit of struggle for you in the near future, but not necessarily for the long term. I feel like what you need to know is things will build from this, probably a bit quicker than you realize, but the way that it was going is going to be finished forever. And I feel like there's a part of you that's still lying to yourself. You're blinding yourself to this information. Whatever this was, if it was a relationship, if it was a work opportunity, if it was a place you were wanting to live, investments, things like that, I feel as though this particular path is ending, but it doesn't mean you're not going to get what you want, right? All wishes and desires that we have, we can only wish for things that also, whatever we desire, also desires us as well. All right, let's get a few clarification cards. So clarification for Sagittarius for this mid-December situation. Okay. Yeah, so look. Yeah. So I feel like you had a big desire because in the past you've had lots of victories. The Six of Wands, you've had a lot of success, and so that gave you more desire for more, right? I feel as though, you know, the thing is you're following your intuition, but you might not be like practically applying it as best as you could. I feel as though this might have come up maybe because of something from the past. Is there's some sort of a pattern, like making yourself blind to things, ignoring things, that might come from childhood, for example, or this has something to do with someone that you know from childhood. I feel like maybe you thought this was what you wanted, but it wasn't necessarily, because it might have looked good on paper. We've got the Four of Cups, luxury, and also this fours tend to be quite detached. So I feel like maybe you had this idea that this would be emotionally fulfilling and that this was what you truly desired, but it was maybe a little bit surface. Maybe you were trying to convince yourself that this is what you wanted, when maybe if you really asked yourself intuitively, I'm not sure if that would be the case, right? Look, you are going to be very disappointed, right? We've got the Eight of Cups, abandoned efforts. And I think that this transition is going to take a little bit of time, right? You will come to peace with it, at least with your mind, eventually. But I feel like if there's another opportunity that's actually being offered, right? Even if someone is saying that it's victory, oh, there's still hope, like it's done. This path is done. And it's always for your best interest, even though it never really seems that way at the time. But the universe genuinely wants you to be happy, and sometimes we think we're going down the right path. By the way, this is easier for me to say than to actually believe when I'm in the situation, okay? But sometimes the path that we're going down is not the path to our greatest joy. And if the universe seems that like, and we're not going to change it, then they're like, okay, I will force you to make that choice. Okay, so I just want to ask, like, kind of, let's clarify this Tower energy. I feel as though the person that you work with might be a little bit impulsive, for example. They might be a bit reckless. They might be the type of person that's like, justify, oh, it's okay for them to say mean things because it's true, and it's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to say it in a particular way and in a mean way, you know what I mean? I feel like there's some sort of reckless energy. It might be your energy, right? Let's clarify the outcome once more. Yeah, I feel like there's just a little bit too much talk. There's just too many things, too many stresses. I think that this would have been a headache, because I mean, if it's already become a headache, then it'll probably become more of a headache. Yeah, and I feel like this other person involved, or other entity involved, because it could be like a work organization or something like that. I feel like they need to find balance within themselves as well. They need to figure things out on their own, not just rely on you. Let's get one more. Yeah, I feel like this is, for me, I'm just getting the vibe, biting off more than you can chew. It's just too much stress. And I also feel like there's just too many things kind of against you, you know, that you weren't aware of before. Yeah, let's do one more clarifier for each side, then we're going to do advice cards about the situation. I'm kind of getting the vibe some of you need to be careful with your drinking, maybe, and also, like, just because someone's a friend of a friend doesn't mean that you can trust them. Yeah, I also feel like maybe there were too many people involved, and just too much stress with the communication. And I think you need to kind of just do your best to completely wipe your hands of this and just kind of have a fresh new start, right? And you might have gone into this a little bit ignorant, to be honest. All right, let's get some advice cards for this situation. Yeah, I mean, look, first advice card, we've got the Eight of Cups. So I think that maybe you were thinking a little bit more in the short term rather than if this would be emotionally fulfilling in the long term, right? You need something a bit deeper. And I think maybe you might have been making your decisions more from your head than your heart. It's good to have an equal balance of both. Second advice card, we've got the Six of Pentacles. This is a charitable card. So what's happened is actually doing you a favor. And it will benefit you in the long run. Well, not even the long run, probably sooner than you think. And also just to kind of remember, just because this is like, you might say, oh, this opportunity fell apart, now I don't have that much money. Well, we need to look at money a little bit more like air, okay? Every time we exhale, it doesn't mean that we're gonna freak out because, well, what if there's no inhale the next time? Like, we know that there is, and it always is there. And it's the same with money, right? It ebbs and flows like the waves of the ocean. It goes away, it comes, it goes away, it comes back, all right? Third advice card, we've got the Princess of Swords. I feel like you need to, this is almost like an antidote to the energy of being closed off that you have for mid-month. But I feel as though you just need to have a little bit more flexibility with your mind, be a little bit more open-minded, ask more questions with the sole purpose of learning new information and learning new possibilities, right? Not even just be like, this is right and this is wrong, but just getting different perspectives and saying, that's possible, that's possible. Final advice card, yeah, I feel like there may have been someone who was maybe a little bit wishy-washy, but yeah, I think that there needs to be more emotional depth involved, okay? And also, for those of you who do have a romantic partner, this is maybe saying you might want to like flirt and have some romantic dates or whatever it is. And if you're single, that you might want to flirt. So that's just like a little add-in. All right, so if you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That is all in the description down below. You can also follow me on social media. Thank you to everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed, and for those of you who are subscribed, please do hit the notification bell because YouTube isn't very good at recommending my videos to my own subscribers. It's ridiculous. If this reading resonated with you, please do comment. I love reading your comments and I read every single one. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. Woo, the Chariot. Get a new goal, a new aspiration, and just go for it because you have what it takes. And you might need to do this alone. You might need to move. You might need to be in a completely new environment. You got this. Have a good month.